I was surprised to see how cool the whole setup at the Fish Dome was. You can tell they spent a lot of money on building it, and it looks like they did a pretty good job with it too. There does seem to be some kind of leak where the tunnel meets the dome, but it looks like they have it covered. It also looks like it must get warm down there, with the floor fan running. The Detroit Zoo has a bit of an advantage with their underwater exhibit being a tunnel, so air can move through it from both sides. I hope they figure out the murky water part of the exhibit, because other than that, it seems like a pretty cool setup. I'm sure the dome is usually cleaner than it was when we were down there too. I feel a little sad about the Fish Dome because the park doesn't seem to advertise it much, at least from the pamphlet I got there. On the map in the pamphlet, they showed the Discovery Pond where the Fish Dome is, but they don't mention the underwater tunnel or dome. I'd think they'd show an outline of the tunnel and dome on the map, but it doesn't look like it. Wait, I just noticed that in the description of the Environmental Discovery Center, where the tunnel and dome are housed, that they do say, quote, "The pond viewing room gives an underwater peek at pond life, including native fish and plants." Well, I'm glad that they mention it. I can't help but think that when they planned the whole pond viewing room, they pictured it as a showplace for the park, something that would attract crowds. Not something that would be mentioned in passing in the last line of the Environmental Discovery Center description. I do hope that they figure out a way to make it easier to see down there, because it is pretty cool. While we were there, we speculated that maybe as it gets cooler outside, the water may clear up. If that's the case, I hope I make it back in the fall to be able to see it at its best.